the Outdoor Action Handgun Range. Welcome to the Palmyra Sportsmen's Association Outdoor Action Handgun Range. The Outdoor Action Handgun Range is open from 8 a.m. until dusk, 7 days a week. A couple of major shooting matches are held on the Outdoor Action Handgun Range every year. On those occasions, the Outdoor Action Handgun Range will be closed for general membership use. Check YouTube under PSA Shootout for videos of our centerfire action handgun match. Check YouTube under PSA Rimfire to see videos of our Sunday 22 rimfire action shooting. All range activities and matches are subject to change. Range activities and matches are posted on our club calendar located in the entrance hallway and at the PSA website at www.palmyrasportsman.com. Please check your Palmyra Sportsman Association newsletter or club bulletin board for events, dates, and times. Action Handgun Range Regulations. The Outdoor Action Handgun Range is not a public shooting range. This range is for members of the Palmyra Sportsmen's Association only. Always display your membership card when using the Outdoor Action Handgun Range. The Action Handgun Range is a steel and paper range only. Shoot at paper targets or club-provided steel targets. No other targets are acceptable. No plastic or glass bottles, no metal cans or other objects are allowed. Exploding targets, regardless of type, ingredients, or construction, are not permitted. Don't forget thumbtacks or a staple gun to post paper targets on the backstops. Help keep your outdoor handgun range clean. Pick up your empty brass and deposit it in the brass receptacle at the range shed. All collected brass is recycled, and the money received is used to support various club programs. Eye and ear protection are mandatory for every shooter and spectator on this range. Children are also required to wear eye and ear protection on this range. Parents must supervise their children at all times. Take extra caution when children are shooting. Take nothing for granted. Most kids have no idea what constitutes proper firearms handling and safety or range manners. Teach safety first. Absolutely no gun handling when anyone is downrange. When a shooter goes downrange to check or set targets, all other shooters on that range must holster, bag, or put their handgun down on the range table. Do not handle or load your firearm. Gun handling at this time is a major infraction of range safety policy. It is highly recommended that shooters get into the habit of using an empty chamber indicator when not shooting or going downrange. An empty chamber indicator may be made out of a piece of string trimmer line or purchased at the clubhouse. Keep your handgun, loaded or not, pointed downrange. Keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to fire. You cannot take a bullet back after you pull the trigger. If something goes wrong with your handgun while shooting, do not turn around with a loaded gun. Keep it pointed downrange and ask for help if you cannot resolve your problem. Use common sense when shooting at steel targets. When shooting at a hard, flat steel surface, it is possible that small shards of bullet material will ricochet back at the shooter. Therefore, it is important that you do not stand too close to steel targets. Stand back at least 10 yards when shooting steel targets. Eye protection is of critical importance, and it is also advisable to keep your mouth closed while shooting steel targets. If any of these warnings are cause for concern, then it is best that you do not shoot at steel targets. The firing line must be within the concrete walls. Never shoot from outside the walls. Don't do it. This is for your protection as well as others using the range. If you need to shoot at a distance greater than 20 yards, handgunners can use the bullseye range adjacent to the action handgun range or go over to the outdoor rifle range beside the clubhouse. When multiple shooters are using the same range, they must establish a common firing line. No one may stand and shoot downrange any further than any other shooter. Centerfire rifles and carbines are prohibited on the Outdoor Action Handgun Range. Centerfire rifles and carbines, depending on the caliber, can cause damage to the surface of the steel plates and the plate mechanisms. Handguns that shoot rifle calibers are prohibited. Our plates are not intended for their use. A Thompson Center Contender would be a common example of such a firearm. Magnum calibers or their equivalent are not to be used to shoot steel plates. Magnum calibers cause excessive wear to the steel plate mechanisms. Use paper targets only when shooting Magnum calibers. The .44 Magnum, the .500 Magnum, and the Desert Eagle Action Express are examples of handgun cartridges that should not be fired at steel plates. Shotguns are not permitted on the outdoor action handgun range. Shotguns may be shot safely at the outdoor rifle range for patterning or to sight in turkey and slug guns. Use the trap range to shoot claybirds. 22 rimfire rifles are allowed on this range. Do not under any circumstance use 22 Magnum rimfire or 17 Magnum rimfire on steel plates. They do a lot of damage to the steel plate surface. Please follow all the posted regulations on the outdoor action handgun range. Posted regulations are not optional. These regulations are for your safety and the safety of other shooters. It takes a lot of effort and expense to maintain this handgun range. Your cooperation goes a long way to making this unique handgun range something that we can all take pride in at the Palmyra Sportsmen's Association. Prospective Member Policy. Members are encouraged to bring friends to the Palmyra Sportsmen's Association if they are interested in the shooting sports. The purpose of your invitation is to show your friends all the various interesting shooter activities available at the Palmyra Sportsmen's Association. You may have your friend shoot along with you during your visit. You may not invite this same friend repeatedly to our club. The invitation is for one time only. If your friend likes our club, please encourage them to join. Membership applications are located in a small covered box to the left of the entrance door to our clubhouse. If you have any questions about our prospective member policy, please contact the club office. Our club office is located at the left end of the club entrance room and is generally open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Membership applications can be processed most weekdays. Prospective members can also make an appointment on weekends by calling 717-832-0488.